So I want to get started by introducing myself again. My name is Neill, and I'm an account manager with Beacon Health Staffing Group. I'm also the president of the Penn Club of Wisconsin, which is a chapter of the University of Pennsylvania's Global Alumni Network. And I'm here with my coworker, Navi, today to talk to you about something we're passionate about, and that is empowering your professional self and helping you to build a strong network. Now, I first want to do is define your professional network. This is really important because people only have so much time in a day, a week, and a month. So you really want to make your connections count. It's not just friending everybody you know on LinkedIn and Facebook. It's actually getting out there a little bit. So I know a lot of people know that there are plenty of benefits to networking. One I want to point out personally is that when my husband and I moved to Madison, we didn't know anybody. We connected with just one person, and because of that, we now have a household income. So it really was beneficial for us. But there are some other benefits that I want to point out, like the shared knowledge. You get to teach and learn. You also have opportunities, and networking allows you to be ready for these when they arise. And then you also develop connections, which can save you time and money. And you're able to promote not only yourself, but become recognized in your professional group, which is important. So one of the hurdles is, how do you succeed once you get to the networking event? I know it can be really challenging when you don't know anybody. So I like to first take a step back and remember that everybody in the room is there for the same reason. And if all else fails, go to where the food and the drinks are. It's a great way to bump into somebody and say, hey, have you tried this before? And you never know, they may be trying to reach out to you. So if you're a little more seasoned, here are some other tips. Come in with a plan. Understand who you're going to be talking to. Don't dismiss somebody just because they don't fit into your profile of who you want to meet. And continue to add value to your network by giving people value and also bringing people, bringing people into your circle. So if you have if you think that there's not a networking group out there for you, my advice is to start your own. Go to where the pond is stocked. 5 valuable connections are just as good as 100 acquaintances. So on that note, I'm going to turn it over to Navi.
Speaking of networking, can everyone hear me? Okay. Yeah. Speaking of networking, recruiter is someone that everyone should have in their network. Given the changing employment scenario, job security is a thing of the past. The only thing that keeps you safe are your skills. So make sure you're marketing them and networking for them. And a recruiter is someone who can help you do just that. A recruiter is a vital link between the hiring manager and you to help sell your brand, promote you in the best light. We're all on the same team. We win when you win. So we make sure that we're putting our best effort when we represent you. We have a lot of network connections and information. Make use of that. Take advantage of what we know, who we know, to get to where you want to be. Now, traditionally, recruitment was associated with just getting jobs closer to you. Guess what? It still is true. It's one of the biggest reasons why we are in the market. But there are the benefits of knowing a recruiter. Our market information, experience, expertise in the area helps us anticipate and prepare you better for the job changes that are coming out. And then the client information that we can share with you, the job information we can share with you, gets you in a better position to make a decision whether a job is a good fit for you or not, and also helps you go through the whole hiring process. Thirdly, recruiting helps us get in touch with a lot of hiring managers, so we have access to a lot of jobs that you might not be aware of. So it opens up this whole hidden market of jobs for you. I like to think of recruiters as people who give you a professional makeover, so helping with resume writing to make sure that you get to the next level, preparing you for the interview, helping you get the inside scoop of what the hiring manager is really looking for, how to really present in an interview, how to talk, and also getting you that feedback so that you're not just stuck there without knowing what's going to happen next. In short, I think a recruiter in a professional staffing agency is like a hired gun for you. Our target is your success. We get paid when you get paid. So go get out there and find a recruiter for yourself who can aim and shoot for your success.
So I'm going to come back now and talk to you a little bit about personal branding. Thank you. So what is personal branding? It's your reputation, your legacy, and your authenticity. And it's the strategic process of creating positive experiences for people that really need to know who you are. So what is your brand? I like to think of it as kind of like when you market a product, except the product is you. So you've got to go through the same steps. You need to define who your target audience is because you want to be reaching the right people. You also want to know who your competition is because you need to know what you're competing against. And the third one is I think everybody should have some kind of like marketing slick that whether they distribute it or not, that they write down so that they know in 15 or 20 seconds kind of who they are and what value they are giving. So you'll need to be able to communicate your brand as well, and that's where I like to follow the 3 C's. You want to do it concisely, clearly, and consistently. And this is really important because you may only have 30 seconds to shake somebody's hand and tell them who you are and what your value is. So as I mentioned, consistency does matter. The best thing you can do is ask what words come to mind when someone hears your name. And to find this out, you need to ask people in your network. That's going to tell you if you're on target, if people are perceiving you the way you want them to perceive you. So really, it's best to reach out. And there's companies like 360 Reach and things like that that can help. And if you have trouble getting an elevator speech type spiel started, I've compiled some tips. I always find that that's like one of the hardest parts. I think about your key qualities. Find out like when are you in superstar mode? When do you feel good about yourself? Because that's going to be part of the value you bring to the table. Now, once you've been able to brand yourself, just like you check your credit report, you want to check that your brand ecosystem is being maintained. The brand ecosystem in a general sense is everything that affects the way someone perceives you. And especially when you're in a smaller market like Madison, a bad reputation can spread like wildfire. So you want to make sure it's maintained. Now, in a nutshell, what I hope you took away from Navi and mine's presentation is that it's essential that you build a strong network that you can utilize. Add 1, 2, 3 recruiters to that network so you have some career advice and opportunities in the future. And also brand yourself so you can stand out at networking events like this and that people can remember who you are. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to some of you afterwards.